Good morning, it's day 80. It's actually 10 o'clock. I didn't sleep very well. I woke up at 1 a.m. And I took myself downstairs and I basically was watching TV until about 4. And then I fell asleep on the sofa. And then my husband got up to go to work and I got up and went back to bed. So I've had like another 3 hours sleep. So it's actually a bit later. I had a bit of anxiety yesterday. I've got like, I'm not really going to speak about it, but there's a health thing going on and I need to go to the doctors about it, and I hate going to the doctors. It scares the hell out of me. I had to have counselling because I've got such bad white coat syndrome. So yeah, I've got to go to the doctors. So I was just laying there awake thinking about what they're going to do and all of this kind of stuff, and it was just freaking me out. But yeah, I won't sort of talk about the issues until I've had some tests and stuff done. But it was scaring me. So, you know, I was having like an anxiety. It wasn't really a panic attack, but I was having anxiety. When I woke up at 1, I was just laying there thinking, oh my gosh, I've got to go and get this done and get that done and, you know, and stuff like that. And it would just freak me out. So I ended up awake. But it's the first time in ages that I've not slept all night. So I can't really complain. And I did manage to go back off this morning. So yeah, anyway, this morning antics. Just got to put that away. There's not really much else to do. So I'm just going to have some crumpets for breakfast. And I'm going to take my vitamins and put that stuff away. So let's get that done. I was just thinking there's like someone missing and it's like Blue. Blue! Where is he? There's Teddy. Well, he's normally indoors. What am I saying? Like he's normally in. That'll do. I was going to make biscuits today. I'm not even sure if I can be bothered to make biscuits today now. I'm just having my vitamins. I'm just going to see how I feel once I've had a coffee and woken up a little bit. The thing is, it doesn't take that long to make biscuits, so I probably will end up doing it. At the moment, I'm just like half asleep and I don't feel like it, so I'll just see. There's no Blue, so there's no one to eat my food. Where is he? Blue! Blue! Blue, are you calling him brother? Oh my goodness, that was so funny. Where is he? He's always indoors. What's going on? Like, people are asking for him, you know. He's kind of famous, Blue. Oh, I don't... Are you calling your brother? Or you just want to go in the front room? I feel like you just want to go in the front room, don't you? It would be funny if you were calling your brother. Blue! 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 What's she like? Where have you been? Excuse me. Blue, where have you been? Where have you been? You've been out hunting again or something, have you? Where you going? Oh, you're so handsome. Honestly, the way she sleeps, she's so funny. I just took a shower, but I've got these that you're not going to believe what just happened. It was crazy, and I was saying I was feeling anxious. Well, I get these things, if you know, I read my Bible like every day. This is my favourite one. It's the Passion Translation one. People say it's controversial. It's not. It's very easy to understand. That's why I love it so much. And it's pretty. It's pretty. So, you know, that's what we want, girls. But anyway, this came through the door. And I don't know how it would have happened, because it's not even, like, this is the middle of it. And this is like the Christmas booklet from Our Daily Ministries. They send you these for free. So you just look them up and they send them. And you can get the app as well. But anyway, this is the middle of the thing, which you'd think where it was going to fall open. It'd fall open like that. It fell open to do not be anxious about anything. And I was like, oh, that's mad. So I sat there and read that message, even though it's not like, it's day 7 of December, but I sat there and read it. And then I read my Bible every single day. Every day I read it, and I read just a little bit of it, and it keeps me going, and I love it. So I read it, right? And I like to learn and stuff like that. And then this morning, reading Corinthians 2, chapter 12. I don't even know if I can see this without my glasses. It says, but he answered me, my grace is always more than enough for you, and my power finds its full expression through your weakness. So I will celebrate my weakness, for when I'm weak, I sense more deeply the mighty power of Christ living in me. So I'm not defeated by my weakness, but delighted. For when I feel my weakness and endure mistreatment, when I'm surrounded with troubles on every side and face persecution because of my love for Christ, I am made yet stronger, for my weakness becomes a portal to God's power. Isn't that mad? So I'm not weak, I'm strong. I'm a portal to God's power. That made me really happy, that. I just couldn't believe it. I love stuff like that, because it doesn't feel like a coincidence. You know, one thing could be seen as a coincidence, but having two things is mad. And I have stuff like that happen to me all the time, and I love it. It's just, it's a blessing, and it's a confirmation, and it's really nice, especially, you know, if you're like me and into your faith. I'm a faithful servant of Jesus, and I'm not afraid to say that. It doesn't bother me. I know some people don't like it, but it even says that in the Bible. It even says that we're going to be scattered everywhere in unbelief. So, so yeah. But yeah, I love to read it, and I just wanted to share that with you. I'm going to bake some biscuits now. Right, we're making hobnob biscuits. So what I've done, I've just sort of melted this butter, but there's 150 grams of butter in here. So I'm just going to give that a little mix around. I know people don't like it when you melt it for biscuits. They always turn out okay, so I'm not going to worry that I've melted it, because I've done it many times before. Now we're going to do 150 grams of caster sugar. It's quite a lot, I'm aware, but these biscuits, they come out so nice and they're so big. You normally only need like 1, maybe 2 if you're really starving, but you won't need any more than that, and it makes quite a batch of them. So I believe it makes about 24, I think, if I remember rightly. Right, so we're going to mix the sugar and the butter together like this. I do it in a big bowl like this because it does tend to make like a bit of a batch, and it can be kind of messy, so I do tend to do it like this. Next, I'm just going to put a splash of milk in, so just a splash, about a spoonful. There you go. So that will go in there, and then we're going to mix that in. That just keeps it nice and runny. I love baking. I haven't done biscuits in ages though. Right, next we are going to do 2 tablespoons of golden syrup. Now, I'm aware, I've been told, I'm not sure how true this is, but I've been told that you cannot get this in America. I don't know why. So you might have to substitute it with something. But yeah, this is our golden syrup. It's been around since forever. Does it say on there? Sometimes it says on the tin it's like established in, I don't know, like 1800 and something, probably earlier. Anyway, we're going to do 2 spoonfuls of this. It can be a little difficult to get into the mix because it's very runny. That's one. I'm going to do the other one a little bigger just to make sure that we make for this one. And then I'm going to pop the lid back on there. And now I can use this spoon because we're not going to be using this little one again. We can just take that off. It's difficult because it's so sticky. But this is, treacle pudding is literally my favourite childhood dessert. They used to make it at school when I was at school. 150, so now we're going to do, so we've done 2 tablespoons of the golden syrup. We're going to do 150 grams of self-raising flour. Doesn't need to be sifted. Just be careful not to go over on this. There we go. So that's my self-raising flour. Someone was saying in the comments that they like it that I do things from scratch. Well, I don't always. Sometimes I do cheat. However, I will say this. If you're on a budget, doing things from scratch saves a ton of money. Tons. Now we're going to do 115 grams of porridge oats. This comes out as like loads, but there we go. So that's that. We'll put them back in because we'll be having those for like breakfast soon. So here we go. We're going to mix it all together and we're going to make it into a dough. If you find it's not doughy enough, you can always add like another spoonful of golden syrup, or you can have a little bit of milk if you want to. It's entirely up to you, but I always find that these just turn out okay. You can see it's going straight into a dough, no problem. It smells amazing. They do smell like hobnobs. There we go. So the oven is preheated to 150. It's a fan oven, our oven. So if you've not got a fan oven, well, to be honest, 150 is probably okay on a non-fan oven. Mine really should go down, but I always leave it on 150 and they just cook slightly quicker, so I keep an eye on them. Right, now we're going to do the fun part. I'm going to wash my hands quickly. Now I've got 2 baking trays and I do like to put a little bit of paper, like baking paper on them. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to make these into balls. So let's just get rid of the spoon first. You do have to kind of get your hands in. You can wear gloves if you don't like going in with just your bare hands, but I'm so used to doing these now, it doesn't really bother me. So you want to make them just about the size of, I don't know, maybe a golf ball, like a tiny. So you want to leave space between them, because if you don't leave space, they do spread. If you don't leave space, they just join together. So I can't believe she's eating she's licking the bowl. Right, they're going to go in the oven now. Right, so I'm going to put these in the oven now and they're going to go in there for about 25 minutes. And you need to just check them. They need to go like a nice golden brown, not too dark. So we're going to put one at the top, one at the bottom, and I'm going to check them after 15 minutes. While they're cooking, I've decided I'm going to catch up with my family journaling for my girls. I'm trying to fill up so that I can give them to them for Christmas. So yeah, I'm going to catch up with a bit of that. Right, this is nice and cool. Here we go. I've caught one of them at the back there, but you can see how huge they are. And also the grease-proof paper just like kind of takes away some of the greasiness of them, which is lovely. But they come out all soft and amazing. I'm going to pop them on a cooling rack and let them all cool down. You can see what I mean by them spreading out. They do kind of stick together, but you can see where the edges are, so you can just pull them apart. But yeah, they're going to be amazing, and I'm so looking forward to having one with my lunch. Oh, look at this. For lunch today, I'm having 2 of my hobnob biscuits that I just made. They're still slightly warm, so they're going to be lovely. I've got leftover lasagna from the other day and a nice hot chocolate. Well, I'm not going to be doing much more today. I'm just going to sit here with my blankie and my lucky cat. And we're going to watch TV. So I'm going to leave this one here, guys. That's been day 80. See you tomorrow.